What up? Tom with New Guy's Guitar. I am beginning work on the pedal board finally, after a few weeks of wanting to get this started. First things first, I walked out into my garage, which I haven't been into quite a while. It's been a while since I've been out here for some reason. Probably because it is a mess. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's a bunk bed back there. Bikes. My wife's father's stuff. Some of her mother's stuff. So, I have been organizing. And now I finally have a spot cleared out so I can at least start working on this darned pedal board. So, let's get to it. So the first thing you want to do is you want to measure your tallest pedal. That's going to tell you how wide or how tall to cut the piece of wood. I happen to measure this. This is about 10 inches. Give or take a few millimeters. So that is the tallest pedal that I own. Luckily, I have a that is roughly 11 and a quarter. Oh, this is so I had to clear this table off. Found that clown, not really sure where it came from, but now it's my new mascot. Here's my book for all my schematics. I'm going to be drawing everything up first, because I draw everything up first. Even if you're winging it, you want to have some sort of a rough idea of what you're doing. I mean, otherwise you're going to come out with nothing that you want, trust me. So, it's always best to take a few measurements and plan things out a little bit before you just jump right into it. Old saying, measure twice, cut once. That holds a lot of meaning. Use that. Measure at least twice. Maybe thrice. Maybe fourths. Fifths. Whatever it takes. Just think about it a little bit before you just jump in. We got the 10-inch height. So, what are we going to do for the width? Well, I'll show you. I have the 3 pedals that I'm going to be using right here. Yeah, I'm just going to roughly line them up close as you can get them together. Do a rough estimate here. That's about 9, but the wah pedal kind of flares out at the end, so I'm going to go 9.5. So it's about roughly 10 inches. For this particular thing, you're not really going to need to know exact measurements, but it's nice to know about what's what. So get your height, 10 inches, the width, total overall of the pedals that you're going to need to have is at least, we'll say, 10 inches. Now, what is each pedal individually? Let's measure that. See them all right up in there. So each pedal, like I said, this doesn't have to be an exact measurement. Rough measurement, about 2.5. Roughly 2.5 inches. So single pedal, 2.5 inches. No idea why I wrote 3 little dash marks. 2 dash marks is inches. 1 dash is foot, 3 is tom measurement. Yep, tom measurement, that's what that is. Now, you might say that seems kind of not really going to work out if their pedals are all right next to each other. That's right, it's not going to work out like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to put about 1 inch, roughly 1 inch of space in between the pedal. Yeah, I'd say 1 inch. 1 inch will work. I'm going to use actual cable, or like wire speaker cable, not just the hard connectors. So like the hard connectors break quite a bit, and especially if it's gonna, like, mine's not really gonna move around, it's probably just gonna be sitting in my basement, but old habits die hard, and I had the hard connectors a few times, but I was always taking my stuff and playing with it, packing it up and unpacking it and repacking it and unpacking it, and they just break all the time. So yeah, like I said, I'm using like little tiny jump cords is what they're called. They jump from pedal to pedal. They're about 1 inch to 3 inches long. You can get them at you could order them off of Amazon. Just look up foot pedal jump cables. So that's going to be what's going to be in between each cable or each pedal. And then I have to look for a power supply, because these pedals, you can use a 9-volt battery, which, I mean, in a pinch, sure, but like I said, I've done all this stuff on stage, so I was out there playing, and old habits die hard, so I want a 9-volt straight plug-in. I'll show you how to do that in a little bit, but first we got to actually get the actual wood pedal board made. So I have 3 pedals. We're going to put about 1 inch of space into those pedals in between, so that's roughly 12 inches that we're going to need. 1 foot, but I like to leave some room open in case I get more pedals. So I'm going to add about 3 more pedals of space into that. So let me do the next. Oh, that started it. I was not prepared for that. Anyway, so I figured on 2 foot. If I make it 2 foot longer, that would give me the ability in the future to at least put 3 to 4 more 2-inch, 2.5-inch pedals on the board at some point. Like I said, I want to get more pedals eventually. It's not a huge priority right now, because I have other things that can make those sounds, but eventually it'd be nice to have some sort of working pedal board where I could bring to some sort of jam session or something like that in the future. We'll see. All right, that's the end of part 1. Sorry, it's kind of a long part 1, but we'll get there. It's going to be a few part segment. I want to make this a nice pedal board, so we're going to make a nice pedal board. Not one of them cheap, flimsy things that's going to fall apart in a week. Nope, we're going to make a nice one. So I'll be doing a little bit of part 2 probably tonight, and then probably working on it for the next few days until it's done. So there you go, something to look forward to. This is Tom and Duke Guy's Guitar. Have a good one.